Happy Friday. Darla's joining us today. Feel free to say hello and let us know where you're joining from. Let us know if it's your first time with us. Let us know how your Mercury retrograde is going so far. Charlotte says happy Friday, beautiful souls, with the blue butterfly as always. Jackie says greetings, Jackie and friends. Maya, namaste, beautiful souls. Maureen, happy Friday. Melinda, morning all. Sharon, good morning everyone. Patty, happy Friday. Jackie saying hello to all of her friends. Maureen, first time from Ireland. Welcome, Maureen. I just had a conversation with my friend yesterday or the day before about traveling to Ireland. So that's very interesting that you're here today. Fiona says happy Friday, Jackie and dear friends. Hi, Christine. So happy to be back after a long travel day yesterday. Missed my tribe. Happy to have you back, Christine, after your exciting trip. Can't wait to hear about it. Kim says good morning. Karen, good morning. Melissa, hello, first timer here from Florida. Welcome, Melissa. I'll give you your Florida weather back. So I'm in northern Illinois, and the last 3 days, I was in heaven. It was like, with the heat index, it was feeling like over 100, and I was just loving it. But my husband is an auto mechanic, and he works in a garage with no air conditioning, so he did not love it as much, but I was just over the moon. I love that kind of weather. Jackie says, welcome, Melissa. You may become addicted. That's funny. Love it. Maureen says, we signed for you to visit. You would love it. I'm sure. I was looking, Melinda says her favorite trip ever was to Ireland. We were looking at the weather because I am not a cold weather person at all. And it was interesting to see that it's pretty level. Where I am, northern Illinois, it gets like as hot as the hundreds in Fahrenheit in the summer, and then it'll get to like negatives in the winter. So I'm used to like that huge span. But I was looking at Ireland and it seems like you're within just like a small, so that's cool. Melissa says, wow, that's hot. Yeah, we're looking forward to winter. I would love a southern winter. Anyway, how has your Mercury retrograde been? I don't know. Has anything nuts happened so far? Normally, Mercury retrogrades don't really impact me. When did Mercury station retrograde? The 23rd. So 2 days ago. Wednesday. So Mercury is the mind, right? So Mercury retrograde just means that like our thoughts turn inwards. It's time to revisit, rethink some things. Mercury is also connected to our scheduling. So sometimes like appointments might be missed, or you might put it in your calendar wrong, or that kind of stuff. And Mercury retrograde impacts travel as well. So wouldn't be surprised actually if Christine had any flight delays or anything while she was traveling. Yesterday the transmission on my car went out, so that was really fun. That was a fun Mercury retrograde experience. And as it was happening, I was like, man, this is probably, like, it's probably just gonna blow over in 3 weeks, but we can't wait 3 weeks to get the car fixed. So yeah, any kind of travel stuff like that could be Mercury retrograde. Maureen says, just might need to bring your umbrella. I assumed. Melinda had technical difficulties this morning with online yoga. Yes, that's Mercury playing around with you. Raynell has been very tired. Yeah, there's a lot of planets retrograde right now. Let me double check. I think there's 6 right now. Or no, there's 5. Let me see. Where are we? End of August. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. Uranus will station retrograde on Monday. So that's what I'll be talking about on Insight Timer on Monday, is Uranus is stationing retrograde. So that'll be 6 planets asking us to slow down. And then early in September, Venus and Jupiter switch places. So Melissa, how do we know when it's Mercury retrograde? You could look at an astrology chart. I know that that's not like the easiest thing to do if you don't know how to read it, but you can, like, everyone on the internet loses their minds when Mercury is retrograde, and it's just it's blown out of proportion in my opinion. But you can just Google Mercury retrogrades in 2023. He stations retrograde about 3 to 4 times every year, so it's a normal occurrence. It's a cyclical occurrence. So yeah, just Google it. Mercury this time is going to be retrograde until September 15th. So it's just a couple days ago to September 15th. Jackie says nothing special with retrograde. All good vibes here. Oh, that's great. Lori, hello from Madison, Wisconsin. I did not like the humidity the last few days. I'm sorry. Jennifer, my car's been stalling and my mechanic says nothing is wrong. If you can hold off until Mercury is done in his retrograde period, mid-September, I don't know. Charlotte's reading the Mercury retrograde book by Yasmin Boland. Why do I know that name? What else has she done? Hello, Anik. You're finally back. You've been tired too. A lot of chaos with work. Yep. I hear you, Anik. I hear you. Good morning, Jackie. Christine says, no delays, just a crazy long day. Up for 23 hours. Traffic and rain, driving home from the airport. Probably grateful to be home. Absolutely, that's great. You're welcome, Melissa. Melinda, it's easy to blame for everything that goes wrong, but it does, okay. Whatever. Diane, so then why the hype if it's a regular cyclical occurrence? I don't know. I have opinions, but I can't tell you why other astrologers make a big hype out of it. I don't know. What I can tell you from my high school journalism class is that fear sells. So that's what I'm thinking. That's my opinion. I can't tell you why other people are hyping it up. But it is like Mercury is a very personal planet. It's the closest orbit to the sun, not the closest to Earth, but like it does have a very close orbit to Earth, so it affects things on a more rapid timeline. Planets like Pluto, like that are way out there, they have a larger effect on our lives, but they take a longer time to like sit in and process, and it's like a generational change, whereas Mercury, Venus, Mars, they're just like boom, 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 here, it's changing right now. So Mercury retrograde, like I said, happens 3 to 4 times a year. It's the most common retrograde. So that could be why, just because it's like happening all the time, and it can affect things on like the day to day. So that could be another reason why. Lucy says, hi, Jackie, and all been very humid here in England too. Hi, Lucy. Oh yeah, thank you, Karen. Yeah, Yasmin Boland does the Moonology stuff. Thank you, girls. Christina, had a crazy thing happen in Italy on Thursday. Was that Mercury retrograde? It was, Christine. And last night, Thursday night, I had a dream that I was on a group trip in Italy with other people from Embody Astrology. So that's pretty cool. Love it, love it. Makes sense. Thank you. Cool. Let's talk about Mars entering Libra. So Mars has been in Virgo since July 10th. Most of July, most of August. So Mars has been in Virgo since July 10th. On Sunday, he enters Libra. Mars will be in Libra from August 27th until October 11th or 12th, depending on where you are in the world. This movement of Mars into Libra is bringing air energy back into the sky. We haven't had any planets in air other than the moon that changes really rapidly every 2.5 days, but no other planets have been in air signs since the end of June. So our mental, cognitive, logical process may have been lacking over the last 2 months. And we might have been acting a little bit more through our intuition and through our inspiration. So having Mars, the planet of war and action, enter into Libra, this fires up our mental energy again, our logical response, our, what's another word for logical? Just like black and white type energy. So Mars in an air sign in general is representative of acting through logic. Libra is the cardinal air sign of our zodiac. Cardinal signs are the ones that start the season, so they often bring that spark of inspiration, they lead to action, and they bring catalyst type energy. So thank you, Melissa. Analytical, that's a great air quality word. If you've been following your inspiration and your intuition, kind of like waiting to start the thing, waiting for the steps to appear, waiting to take the first step, Mars in Libra can really help boost that catalyst energy to begin acting upon your logical plans. So I wonder if you guys have been kind of receiving messages for the last 2 months and like something is brewing. Let me know if that's the case, or if you've been like wanting to get the thing going but it hasn't felt right yet. Mars entering Libra might give you that burst. Mars is just packed with energy and action, and Libra, cardinal air, like, yeah, okay, here's my mindset. I'm gonna do something about it. Christine said it included missing our tour bus, and my whole group went to a different place, and we were also put on the wrong boat. Oh gosh. A bit of an upset, but what did you find on that boat, right? There was something on the wrong boat that wasn't the wrong boat. I love it. Cindy saying, ugh, Melissa, yes, it's so true for you. That's okay, Christine. It was within the last couple days. Melissa, yes, I feel stuck, but I know I'm not where I need to be. Yeah, so Sunday, when Mars moves into Libra, our energy moves into that cardinal air sign. This might also bring new ideas, right? We might have these feelings. There's been a lot of water emotion. There's been a lot of fire, which is just passion, like following the inspiration, and earth, which gets the practical ready to go, the realistic, the grounded stuff ready to go. So it might have just been like, I feel like something is going to change, but I don't know what it is because there hasn't been much air energy. So this can maybe help us know what the actionable step is. Audra, I love that name. Audra says, oh yeah, I've experienced messages for a couple months and now I'm taking action. Cool. Emily's been mixing up the days all week since Tuesday. Mercury stationed retrograde on Wednesday. Jennifer, having a book being marketed with publishers. It's been waiting for responses. None yet. Good or bad. Nothing's good or bad until you say it is. Audra says she's been mixing up the last days of the week too. Christine, I learned to go with the flow and I was fine without my family for a few hours. That's great. Thank you, universe. Cindy, I need this. Let's get to Sunday. Slow your roll. Everything comes in divine timing. Just enjoy what you got going on right now. Be thankful for what you got going on right now. Stephanie, I've had this idea of a company I might want to start, a problem I want to solve, but I can't figure out what the solution would be, so I haven't started. I'm sure you'll find the solution as you journey deeper into the problem. Yeah, it's usually just taking the first step will bring you to the solution without even trying to get there. Just enjoy the journey and see what comes of it. So Mars in Libra also fights for balance. Libra represents the scales of justice, karma, and now through mid-October would be a beneficial time to balance the scales in your life. So maybe reflect on a few things. Where are you giving too much? Where are you not giving enough? Where are you receiving too much? And where are you not receiving enough? Libra rules the relationships in our life, and Mars in Libra gives us the drive and ambition to balance them out. Happy Friday, Bonnie. Just keep in mind that it's impossible to change another person. Okay, so Libra invites us to balance ourselves and allow the relationship to follow suit. With Mars in Libra, this might give you the energy, ambition, and drive to balance the relationship between your higher self and your ego. I love that. That's something that I just came across a couple weeks ago, as far as Libra energy is the relationship between your higher self and your ego, and it makes so much sense. It makes so much sense. All change begins within. So even if you want to change the external in your world, if you want to change the way that your life plays out, just to be general, all change begins within. So the external always reflects the internal. So the faster way to change what's going on around you is to change what's going on within you. Let's see what else. Murphy was born on October 11th. Happy early birthday. Elisa, I went through the same thing, Stephanie, and the business I created has gone through multiple changes, and I figure out what the solution is and what aligns with my soul purpose. That's amazing, Elisa. It's always a changing process. Yeah. Love it, love it. Bonnie, just to let you know, Christine had a hiccup in travel in Italy the other day. So I'll just let you sit with that. So Mars in Libra, if you're feeling an imbalance in a relationship in your life, Mars in Libra invites us to bring ourselves into balance so that we're bringing the best version of ourselves into the relationship. And by doing that, that gives the other person the opportunity to do the same. Yeah. That's it. So I want to use the cards today to ask Mars what he's trying to bring balance to within our lives. So that's what the first deck will be. And then I have a second deck that I'm going to save the question for. Yeah. I told Bonnie about my dream about Italy last night. That's why. It was interesting. I was hoping she was here when Christine talked about that whole travel mishap in Italy, but that's so cool. Everything's connected and everything is so magical. So today we're going to use Ask Your Guides to ask Mars, what is he helping us bring into balance during his time in Libra? So I ask you to send your energy into this deck. All my readings here are group readings, and they're always just beautiful and magnificent, and Jennifer already knows she wants card number 1. I will shuffle the cards with all of our highest good in mind, asking Mars what he is helping us bring into balance for the next month and a half. I'm going to let 3 cards fall out of the deck, and then I will show you guys the backs of the 3 cards. So you're going to see this image 3 times. Okay, you're going to see the exact same image 3 times. And then I ask you to tune into your intuition, tune into universal energy, and see what changes in your environment, if anything changes in your environment, when I hold up a certain card. So your environment includes your physical body, and it includes everything around you. So sometimes big things happen, right? Like the other day when I held up one of the cards, some lights flashed across my wall, and that was pretty cool. Other times, absolutely nothing happens. And to me, that just means that the whole reading holds equal importance for you. If a card stands out a little bit more for one reason or another, sometimes you just know. Right now, there's people putting numbers in the chat. They are practicing their claircognizance, which is just a clear knowing. You just know. You don't know why you know, but you just know. When a card calls out to you, stands out to you, to me, it's just your guide saying, if you only take one thing from this reading, it's this. So, things like your physical body, if you feel an itch, if a muscle twitches, if you sneeze or cough, if you have a weird smell, if you suddenly taste your breakfast, Any of your senses can help you notice changes. And then other things, like if I hold up a card and Darla moves, to me that's like my environment changing. That's the universe speaking to me. If a bird chirps, or if your cat jumps on your lap, or I need to start coming up with new examples. I list the same things every time. Yeah, anything. There's no limitations to what may or may not change. So I'll show you the backs of the cards and then let us know in the chat which card or multiple cards are calling to you today, or if all, or whatever. Here's the back of card number 1. The back of card number 2. And the back of card number 3. Let us know in the chat which cards are resonating with you, and I'll show them one more time just in case. Here's the back of card number 1. The back of card number 2. And the back of card number 3. And we're asking Mars, what is coming into balance? What are you helping us balance? Jennifer 1, Jacqui 2 and 3, Anique 2, Murphy 1, Audra 3, Greg 3, Melinda 1 and 3, Allison 3, 1, Julie Goosebumps on 2, Elisa 1 and maybe 3, Susan 3, Chelsea 1 and 3, Melissa, well, my picture went out as soon as you started showing the cards. So all 3, I guess. I love it. Melissa got a phone call on 1, so I'll go for that. Jennifer 1 and 3, Maureen 3, Yvonne 1 and 3, Murphy 1 and 2, Cindy 1 and 2, Lori 1 and 2, Emily 2 a little and 3 the most, Melissa 1 and 3, Patty 1, my incense smoke changed direction. Interesting. Stephanie 3, Maya 2, Alondra 2, Greg, whoa, you showed 1 and IT crashed. Cool. Christine's going with all 3. Hello, Fabiana. I just showed the cards. Jacqui, yes, I showed the back of the deck. This is a intuitive practice. I'm going to show you the fronts in just a second. Jean, my cat shook her head, causing her collar to jingle on 3. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. So, we are asking Mars what he's helping us bring into balance during his time in Libra from now till October 11th or 12th. Card number 1 comes from our nature spirits. It's number 44, and the message is devotion. The keywords are inspiration, contemplation, nature, and faith. The presence of God is everywhere. So if you feel disconnected from the divine, you are the one who left. Your nature spirits are beckoning you to come back to a place of awareness that reconnects you to Source. Do not allow your mind to isolate you in fear or get stuck dwelling on misery. Instead, go outside and take in the natural world, which is a beautiful gift for you to enjoy. See the divine all around you. Focus on the beauty, power, and holiness that nature affirms. Humbly surrender to this greatest of forces present in all things, including you. Your nature spirit's message: breathe in the divine. You are in God, and God is in you. Hi, Lindsay. So Mars in Libra is helping us balance our connection to Source. If card number 1 resonated with you, this is most strong for you. If you've been feeling disconnected, wow. So I asked you guys those 4 questions. Where have you been giving too much, giving not enough, receiving too much, or receiving not enough? To me, this feels like you haven't been giving enough time to connecting. and you haven't been receiving enough from the divine. Like you may have been mentally blocking yourself and saying, whenever things appear as coincidences, just saying that like, no, it must be a coincidence. It's all magic. It's all an opportunity for you to find the joy. Melissa, literally walking outside as you said that. Melinda is outside right now. I love it. So if you have been feeling disconnected, going into nature is a great way to find that connection. To see that nature is just perfect as it is without human intervention. So when it comes to nature, like maybe don't go look at your perfectly groomed garden. Go to a nature preserve, and even those are like pretty groomed, I guess. But go to like the most wild nature place that you can. This is just my advice, whatever. And my right leg is tingling, so that tells me like that's right is action, legs are action, like go. This is advice for myself as well. Go to the most wild nature place that you can and take in the perfection that is there that doesn't need any intervention. And that can help you like rebalance your trust in the universe. You know, not every flower grows perfectly, but they're perfect the way they are. And the flowers don't compete with each other to see who can grow the fastest or grow the tallest. They all just grow next to each other. Love it. Melissa says, so spot on. Greg, wow, with the star eyes. Lucy, perfectly groomed garden. Mine is totally wild. Yeah, mine too. It's been a tough season. Have you guys been having tough gardening seasons as well? Not much growth on my end. Not much harvest yet. Karen, I have been avoiding the great outdoors due to the heat and humidity. Maybe I need to rethink that. What you can do is you can tune into what the heat and humidity are providing, because it's not bad. You know, it's just uncomfortable. It's not a bad thing that it's super hot and super humid. Tune into what it is providing for nature. And then, I mean, obviously monitor yourself. Like, don't go into heat stroke. Just be, Jacqui said I have to be in nature. Jacqui, my garden is overgrown and not much to harvest either. Yeah. Elisa, yes, tomatoes have gone crazy, but everything else feels like a dud. It's been common for multiple people that I know. Lucy, not a great year for my veggies, but I do have an abundance of tomatoes at the moment. Chelsea, very, very bad wildfire smoke here. I have to get out in short bursts. Do what you can. Do what you can. Emily, I'm laughing at Darla, not the wildfires. Emily, my plants are thriving with all the rain we've had. I don't have a garden, though. It's okay. Thanks, Wendy. Darla's the best. Christine, also, I always say that humidity... I'd have a drink for your skin. My dogs are going nuts. They really like what you guys are talking about. I like that. Yeah, it's like, hi, Nikki. Good morning. That's Darla. She's the best. Is a drink for your skin. Yeah, humidity is like natural hydration. For you, for the plants, for everything. I'm sorry. I'm sorry if your dogs are going nuts, because my dogs are going nuts. Oh, that's so funny. All right. Card number 2. What is Mars helping us balance during his time in Libra? This is card number 7, Imagination, and this comes from our inner child. The keywords for this are nocturnal dreams, daydreaming, reverence, and fantasy. Your divine inner child spirit is knocking at your door, inviting you to step away from a serious life filled with too much work and drudgery and allow yourself some well-deserved playtime. Your life is presently over-controlled by others' needs and much too burdened with responsibilities. Consequently, you're losing touch with your inspiration and your creativity. Listen to your inner child. Take time to daydream, fantasize, visualize, wonder, and explore. Feed your inner child with art classes, theater tickets, concerts, and other types of recreational activities. If you don't honor your inner child's needs, they will get your attention by throwing one heck of a childish tantrum, manifesting in a chronic bad mood or a nasty depression. You need this magic right now. Your inner child's message, come play with me. The balance of giving too much, receiving too little. Which honestly, like, I don't know. I was gonna hold my tongue on that one. I was gonna say, I feel like that's the norm, at least for people who are in these types of communities. It's common that we give too much out of whatever emotion, and we don't receive enough because we think that we're supposed to be giving more. And especially Mars in Libra, right? We're asking what's meant to be brought into balance, and it's using our imagination versus using our cognitive mind. But, oh shoot, I lost it. Oh, Mars in Libra is balancing the relationship between your inner child and your current self. You know, like your inner child isn't gone. It lives within you for the rest of your life. And the more you tune into your inner child and like do things that your inner child would love, play, create, explore, just have fun, the more it, like, your inner child wants you to have a great life. So maybe from now until mid-October, it's time to go play a little bit more. And imagine a little bit more. Just bring back that childlike wonder. Next week I'm going to a water park for the first time ever. I think maybe one time I went to a water park when I was like a teenager and I was too cool for it. But me and my husband and my adult sister-in-law are all we're gonna go to water parks next week. So that's pretty cool. I like that, to go play. Anique says, oh wow. Melissa, thank you for your donation. Melissa said, just wanted to say hi to all the Melissas here today. Yeah, it's chock full of Melissas today. Charlotte, yes, that's my card. I love it. Nikki, love this card. Came here just in time for card number 2. I love it. Emily, I haven't been creative or having fun, leading to depression. This card is spot on. This is just an invitation to bring it back into balance. Mars in Libra wants to help you balance your energy, how much you're giving to your adult life and how much you're giving to your inner child. The balance is key. It's not supposed to be 100% playtime, imagination, inner child. Like, we do have a real life with real responsibilities, as much as I push that away as much as I can. But it's a balance of both. Nikki, I was just thinking how much I used to daydream when I was younger and how easily I got whatever I dreamt. Now that I stopped daydreaming, it's getting so hard to manifest. That's really interesting. Your thoughts create your reality. Fabiana, I have been practicing 10-minute challenge, art and painting, and it makes me have so much fun. Isn't that so cool? 10 minutes, and you're having the time of your life. It doesn't have to be a whole thing. You don't have to set yourself up for hours of exploring. Just 10 minutes to play. That's awesome, Fabiana. Thank you, Charlotte, for your donation. Anique says, completely on point for me. I've had this card before, and I am a creative person, often overwhelmed with the needs of others and work. Was just thinking 2 days ago, I need to design something for fun. I love it. I love it, Anique. Bonnie, is there Reiki in today's session? Why are you bringing that up, Bonnie? I didn't plan on it. Christine, I guess I've been having too much fun. Now it's time to do laundry. And there's the balance. You know, you were just traveling for over a week. Wasn't it like 10 days? So like you had your fun. Now it's time to do some responsibilities, but don't give up the fun. Keep the balance. I love it. What else is Mars helping us bring into balance during his time in Libra? Another inner child card. This is number 42, intuition. The keywords for this card are instinct, invention, trust, and impulses. Yeah, I get that, Bonnie. I get that. The door to your inner child is opening, and as they walk through, they bring you the gift of intuition. You may not be entirely comfortable with this newfound source of insight and may not know exactly what to do with it. However, don't toss it aside or try to analyze it to death. Mars is out of Virgo now, so the analyzing part, we're moving away from that. Instead, accept this gift and play with it. Apply your intuition to non-threatening situations and learn how it works. Don't try to control it because you can't. It's exciting and powerful and is to be respected and followed, not tamed. Trust your inner child's willingness to share its magic so that you may benefit. The message for you is, trust me, from your inner child. I love that inner child came up twice in this reading. So this card in general, if card number 3 resonated with you, your Mars is helping you. Excuse me. This happens when I'm on Insight Timer a lot. I think I'm releasing some of your stuff. That's fine. Mars in Libra is helping us balance how much we use our intuition versus our logical mind. Intuition comes from the inner child. So the more you imagine and play with your inner child, the more your intuition will speak to you, the more comfortable you'll get with following your intuition as well. What I'm getting super hard from these cards, so we had, the first card came from the nature spirits. If you're feeling disconnected from the universe, you're the one that left, right? The universe never leaves us. So this card recommended getting into nature to watch the beauty of nature. How much did we play outside as kids? How much did we make mud pies and just go walk through the forest, as far as you were allowed to, and just like play and go splash in puddles and pick flowers and look at grass and play with bugs? It's all nature. It's all beauty of nature. And then it was when we became adults with responsibilities and bills and families and relationships that we were taught to turn into our logical mind of how do I make X out of Z and all that. But now the inner child is like yelling for you to come back. Hey, listen to me. I still want to play. I'm still in here. Bring me back into balance. Maybe your life is so stressful because you've completely cut off your inner child. Maybe things feel so difficult because you haven't given your inner child a place to speak, a place to show up. It's in there. He's in there, she's in there. And like this middle card was saying, if you don't acknowledge your inner child, they're going to start throwing a temper tantrum. That can lead to a nasty depression or a nasty mood. Melissa, that's Leo to Virgo energy. Which one were you talking about? Fabiana says, wow. Jacqui, awesome that I picked 2 and then felt to add 3. Both inner child, creativity, intuition, and both speaking strongly to me. But I'm sitting with this for a second just because we just entered Virgo season, but we were just in Leo season. And when the sun is in Leo, that's a really good time to shine through your creativity. And I'm trying to get like these inner child cards are like pulling me to think about Leo season, and I'm trying to relate it to Libra because now we're asking about Mars in Libra. We are in Virgo season. The sun is in Virgo, but we're asking about Mars in Libra. So I'm trying to digest where all this play energy comes in Libra. Maybe it's because we find our fun and our creativity in the 5th house, Leo season. And then it's up to us to carry that through the rest of the zodiac. Bring it into balance, keep it balanced within ourselves to not fall way into adulthood. That's why I miss teaching. I used to be a PE teacher. Literally I got paid to play. That's all I did. And then I left for various reasons. But that's what I miss about the kids. It's just the creativity. the play, the creativity, the imagination. And these were even like middle school kids. They just had a different way of thinking about things. And like being around them all the time helped me stay fresh. So, and I know I can imagine, I don't have kids yet, but I can imagine being a parent, like you want to tap into that, but then you're also in your mom pants. Like you have to be the disciplinary, you have to be the one in charge. So how much are you letting yourself, how much are you letting your inner child play with your actual children? Gary, this is a lovely card for me. Awesome, Gary. Melissa, that's a great interpretation. You're welcome. Melinda, wow, I did a shamanic journey the other day, and I went to the place in nature that I used to play all the time in my childhood. Got messages of play, magic, saw a fairy and birds guiding me. So wild. I love it. Actually, I'm happy that you brought up the fairy thing. The other day, I had a thought, because I was standing outside, and there was a really interesting insect. It was a flying bug. It was blue. It had a really long body and like wide wings. It wasn't a dragonfly. It wasn't as big as a dragonfly. I don't know what it was, but it looked magical. And it entered my awareness and I was like, are fairies just bugs? Like, does the fairy realm come from the bug realm? Is that what bugs are for us? Like, are they the same thing? You know what I'm saying? Like, what are fairies? They're small energies. We make fairy house, not we, you know. I've known people to do it. I don't know if you do it, but people will leave like the little fairy doors on their trees. That's like the perfect size for the bug community. So that was just a thought. I don't know, do with that what you will. Rhonda and Christine, thank you guys very much for your donations. I'm going to pull one more card after I read the comments. Bonnie says Darla is very interested in the bug theory. Darla is the most spiritual dog. Look, she knows I'm talking about her. The most spiritual dog, nature connected, I've ever had. If we let her sit outside all day, she would be in heaven. And she doesn't even like play. She just sits there and smells the air. And she's always sitting by a tree. And if she's not by a tree, she's watching the chickens. And she's just like a really good nature mama. She loves it. She just loves being outside. And even though she's black, she will choose to sit in the sun when it's 95 degrees outside and just soak it up. She loves it. She loves nature. She's going to be alive for like 25 years. Damselfly. Is that what I was seeing, Rachel? Oh, I like that, Jean. The Pisces full moon is next week. Being near water in nature, using our intuition. I love that. Lindsay said those cards connect so nicely and I'm smitten with the doggy on the couch. Me too. I love that I'm allowing her down here. It took me a long time to allow dogs in this room because I overthink everything, but Cindy, I can't even explain how much this all resonates with me. I literally had a huge revelation yesterday, and this seriously validates it all. I'm so glad that these messages resonated with you. Melissa, yeah, damselfly. No, it wasn't a damselfly, because that's a small, I know what that is, now that I'm thinking about it. I know what that is. It was fatter than a damselfly, but it was like an inch. The body was maybe an inch long. Yeah, but it was fat. It wasn't, yeah, now that I'm thinking about it. Unless there's fat damselflies that I don't know about. Doug, fairies here just have a higher frequency, I believe. Sure, yeah, and I believe that, but like, maybe the bug species is the fairy realm, and we just are trained to kill them because they're pests and nuisances, and maybe we're trained to kill the fairies. What am I saying? Oh my gosh. Play this back to Jacqui 10 years ago and I would be like, who is this crazy lady? Rachel said, I used to rescue bugs as a kid, thinking they might be some kind of celestial messenger, testing my compassion. I love that. As often as I can, I catch and release bugs. drives my husband crazy. He's like, just kill the thing. Flies are nasty, just kill them. But I'll catch and release. If they end up in the wrong place down here, I get spiders down here a lot. We live on a lake, so like the bugs in the basement are, but I'll just throw them outside. I always thought certain bugs were fairies as a kid. I would imagine they just look like bugs to us when they fly by. I think that's so cool. I'm really glad that like other people have had this thought, and it's not just me. Lori does catch and release too. Is that what you're saying? Is that what you mean? Lucy had a cricket in my house recently. Those are meant to be good luck. It's meant to be good luck when you have a cricket. They end up in our house often, and it makes me happy. Of course, Christine, you do lots of catch and release. It's not difficult, and like bugs aren't creepy. I got freaked out the other day because I was trying to catch a spider and it was moving really fast. But you just use the right tools. I had him in my garbage can, so like he wasn't gonna crawl up the whole thing in 1 second. I had a ladybug in my apartment, Maya. I love ladybugs. Lindsay, I can't remember if I said thank you for your donation, but thank you if I didn't. All right, we're gonna pull one more card to wrap up today's Mars in Libra reading. And we're going to use the Illustrated Bestiary Oracle cards to ask which animal spirit wants to help us during Mars in Libra. Which animal spirit has advice for us, which animal spirit wants to be embodied during Mars in Libra. We'll just see which animal has a message for us. So if you would like to send your energy into this deck, one animal to rule them all. One animal for the collective today, everyone who is watching, either live or on YouTube. If you guys ever miss the sessions, you guys can search my name on YouTube, and I record these all and I put them up there so you can watch the replay and digest the messages a little bit more. We are in Virgo season. The sun is in Virgo, and it's a whole time of digestion. Virgo rules the digestive system, so it's a good time to mull over and metabolize the messages. I got that from a client the other day. She asked for time to metabolize what we got through, and I like that. That was way too many messages. All right, what animal spirit would like to help us during Mars in Libra? If you guys have been enjoying today's session, if you'd like to offer an energy exchange, you could do so in the form of a donation. You could do so in the form of a follow, either here or my YouTube channel, or using the link tree that's in my bio. If you click on my face on the lower right-hand corner, you get to my Insight Timer bio. My link tree is there, and there you can find links to my TikTok and my YouTube and my Facebook and my email list, and yeah, just any type of energy is an exchange, and it's all appreciated. If you want to work with me one-on-one, I do card readings, tarot and oracle. I do astrology chart readings. I give Reiki sessions as well, the healing energy of Reiki. I do just general spiritual life coaching. So like if you don't know what you need, but something is weird, just schedule with me and we'll figure out what's going on. I work completely on donation basis for single sessions. I do offer like a 3-month coaching chunk. And to find those details, you need to be on my email list. And that's a set price, but just like a one-off situation, hey, I need help, donation, give what you can. So yeah, check out my link tree and see all the stuff that I do there. Anik loves this deck. Greg says, watch it be a bug. I was thinking the same thing. Jackie and Melinda, thanks for your donations. We actually got 2 cards, and this is interesting because this rarely happens. I always do 3 cards from the first deck and 1 from the second deck, but I mean, like Libra is balanced, so maybe these animals need to balance each other out, you know? Thank you, Karen. Let's see. All right, the first animal, and I haven't even looked at the second one, so I'm going to be just as surprised as you are. The first animal that would like to help us during Mars in Libra is the gray wolf And this message is nurture connections. For those who have been following me for some time, you guys know my connection to the wolf, and I have never pulled the wolf card from this deck. It has never come out for me until right now. So just saying. Bonnie, oh, it's so you. So Gray Wolf's power comes from understanding the intricacies of our bonds with each other. Libra. Watch, Wolf whispers. Let words and speech become background babble, and instead focus on the eyes, the twitching muscles in the jaw. Begin to feel into complex social situations, intuiting connections and relationships. This is how you learn whom to trust, how you learn who leads. Play and tend, Wolf reminds. This is how you build the bonds of tribe, a sense of wholeness. Wolf knows that you are a shimmering thread in a larger tapestry, part of an integral weaving of family and community. Understanding social dynamics and how to play them is Wolf's special medicine. This says a lot. So what I'm getting from this is a relationship card. This is all about understanding the relationships in your lives, and not by speech, not by explanation, but by observation and intuition. Watching the subtle movements of when people talk, watching for body language, that can tell you a lot about how people are feeling, especially if they're spouting BS, if they're trying to tell you what you want to hear. By watching the subtle moves of people, tuning into their energy, you can feel what they're really trying to say, and know that it happens both ways. If you're trying to BS someone, saying what they want to hear to make them happy, there's a really good chance that they know that you're just doing that and you're not being authentic. So wolf energy tunes into balancing the connections in the community, knowing who is leading in a certain time at a certain place. This is something that's been coming up for me a lot, is the energy that I believe everyone needs at least one place in their life where they are top dog. It's not healthy to be top dog 100% of the time, and it's not healthy to be the omega 100% of the time. I see this in a lot of my friendships. There's a clear leader of our group, and when other people try to lead, it just creates havoc and it doesn't work. And sometimes one person's the leader, sometimes it's a group that's a leader, sometimes and the people that are okay with being the followers in the group, it's because they have a place to lead in another part of their life. So you need to have that alpha somewhere. So where are you the alpha? That had nothing to do with this card, but I just love wolf energy so much. Audra, the wolves are me. Carmina, wolf keeps appearing in my life, even though I'm a crazy cat lady. I made a wolf insight timer playlist a while back. What do you mean by a wolf insight timer playlist? Are there wolf meditations that I don't know about yet? Jean, that's amazing. I hoped you would pull the wolf while you were shuffling and did some tapping. Maybe we manifested together. Love the Mars and Libra vibe of that card. I have natal Mars and Libra. You called that in for us, Jean. I love that. Yeah, and wolf is all about meditations on wolves. I'll have to look into that, Carmina. That's great. Wolf is all about play balanced with obligation and responsibility. They take care of their pack as much as they play with their pack. If I'm not mistaken, the parents play with their pups often. There's a lot of play energy in the wolf community. So that's cool. So here's the first animal that wants to help us balance. I've also never gotten this card ever in this deck. My mind is blown. Human. Just kidding. I think I have got this card, but still. Human. We're balancing animal with human. Okay, human wants to help us balance. Remember forgetting is the message. I'm itchy today. Oh, I have gotten this card. Someday, when the animals gather to tell the tales of being, they will say, remember when humans went through the great forgetting? They forgot they were one of us. They forgot we are brothers and sisters. They forgot they too are of the earth. The animals will shake their heads and ruffle their feathers, remembering the rift and near catastrophic destruction the humans caused in the throes of their forgetting. Even now, humans know there is something missing, something lost. We live our lives with a nagging nostalgia, a longing for something we can't quite name. What is it that you are forgetting? Maybe nature? This whole freaking reading, my gosh, guys. Nature connects us back to what we're forgetting. Imagination and intuition, our inner child, links us back to what we're forgetting. Community, family, play, and responsibility links us back to what we're forgetting. Thank you. This is just the best. It's the best reading ever. Right? What animal wants to help us balance our lives in Mars and Libra? Balance your humanness with your primal nature. You can balance logic and logic and reasoning, human, right? Because animals don't have egos. Animals don't have cognitive thoughts. We do, okay? And a lot of times they could be used to our detriment. But this Mars and Libra right now is asking us to balance the two. Use your logic with your intuition, playfulness, community. What do you guys have to say about this? Jody, I love that this deck has human. Yes, we got this card a year or so ago. I remember you reading it. Really a lovely message. It is. And maybe there's something deeper that you're forgetting. Because if you forgot it, there's a good chance I forgot it. So don't take my word as 100% truth. So maybe, right? Last card, first card. Everything else is in the middle. Maybe going back to nature. And look at, it's the back of the card picture. To me, that's always like the most important card in the deck. It's not the most important, but like it holds a really strong energy because it's the image that the artist chose to go on the back of the deck. So nature is the answer. Came in right on time, Jen. Hello. Hi, Jackie. And every beautiful soul here. Right on. Love it, love it, love it. Yeah, beautiful reading. I love it too. Feel free to watch the replay on my YouTube channel. Or Bonnie is very gracious and helps me type out the descriptions of the cards into the group that I have on Insight Timer. At this point, it's the group that Bonnie has on Insight Timer. She's running the whole thing. But you can join the group that I started. It's called Our Spiritual Community. And you can find that group in my Insight Timer bio as well. Yeah, this is pretty cool. If I had to break this down just real quick, get into nature and play. Play in nature. Look for your answers in nature. I am just listening to the Illuminated Herbalism Summit. This is exactly what came as the learning for me how to become more human. So thank you for sharing that. A long time ago, probably like 10 years ago, I used to watch Doctor Who. But like the newer version of Doctor Who, not the 60s, like the early 2000s Doctor Who. Matt Smith is my doctor, okay? Not David Tennant. He can shove it. Just kidding. But I used to love that show. If you don't know what it is, it's on BBC. It's a sci-fi show. The doctor is a time lord, and he time travels. He travels through time and space, but he's an alien. And he gets lonely, so he finds human companions, and he will pick up this human, and then they go travel together, and they usually run into some crazy thing with aliens, and then they fight the aliens, and it's always the human companion that saves the day. That was my favorite part of the show, was it made me, like, I don't remember specifics because it's been so long since I've watched it, but it always left me feeling after the episode that, like, wow, it's so cool to be a human. There's nothing wrong with humans. Humans are awesome. Humans have so many cool talents and gifts. So, yeah, that's cool. I don't know. Did any of you guys watch Doctor Who? Jean, my daughter's birthday is next week, and I bought her the Dragon Oracle deck that you've used in the past. Thank you. That's awesome. One of my clients recently bought it, and they showed it to me, not knowing that I had it, and then I pulled it out, and it was this whole cool thing. So I'm glad that we're spreading dragon energy all over the place, too. And it is a very cool present as a mom. Any spiritual practice is a practice of communion. Communing with the Great Spirit, or whatever you want to call it. Source, God, universe. Stacy, holy cow, I need more play. Need to learn how to play. I feel a deep need for nature and fulfill that every chance I get. Now time to play. Melissa Aliens. Yeah. Play. There's no rules to play, you know? Just do whatever you feel like doing. Follow your highest desire. Sustain it as long as possible. Remain positive. Don't insist on the outcome. It's a teaching from Bashar, pretty sure. I paraphrased, you know, don't take it word for word. So enjoy Mars entering Libra on Sunday. Darla's here saying goodbye to you guys. I don't know if you could see her. She's kind of down here. You want to stick your face up so they can see? No, that's okay. I'll be back on Monday to talk about Uranus stationing retrograde. So I'll see you guys on Monday, 8:15 Central Time, same as always. I'm also here next week on Wednesday to talk about the full moon. And that's it. Jen says, Gary, I see your bubble. Have been thinking of you and your puppy you lost recently. Sending love, Jen. So nice. Melissa, great meeting you. Really enjoyed my time with you. Thanks. Hope to see you again, Melissa. Thank you guys for all your donations, all the follows, all the energy, all the love, all the comments, all the wisdom, all the stories. You guys make this session. It wouldn't be what it is without all you guys. Thanks, Melinda. Great reading today. Fabiana, love nature, love play. Thank you. Thank you, Anique. Thank you, Jackie. Thank you, Patty and Christine and Lindsay and Lori. Sending love to all. Darla's nuzzling in my arm right now. Namaste. Enjoy your weekend, and I will see you guys on Monday.